What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So the message for today is it always backfires. A lot of times the narcissist starts the day off with intentions of having you pretty much figure out where their head is, what type of headspace they're in. And we get kind of used to the patterns, not knowing what we're going to get out of them on any given day. So at work, when a narcissist behave this way, it's like, like I told y'all in the last video, they do one thing on a Monday, they change on a Tuesday, they may do the same thing with a little bit more on a Wednesday, they change again on a Thursday, and Friday you just don't know what's going to happen. So it's like what you do is not really expect nothing out of the narcissist. Just stay in your own lane and do things on your own, figure out things for yourself, double check for yourself, always have yourself covered as far as in the workplace. Because when you work with a narcissist, they may say one thing to the head person in charge to have them thinking they have covered all areas to where you, the victim, doesn't have to do anything. Because of course they want to make people think that they're just that type of person to work with. They're so easy to work with. They're so considerate of the workload. So they just so happen to want to take more on than they have to, which is a complete lie. So a lot of times if they go by this pattern, for a couple of days, by the end of the week, you're gonna assume that, okay, well, I don't have to worry about doing such and such today because they're gonna have it covered. But never assume that they're gonna just take care of you, especially when you've set boundaries, because they're only doing that because it's always, a catch. It's always with strings attached. They're only doing that because they have hopes of getting you back again. And after figuring out that, things are not going to change and what they're doing is just doing more work than they have to, that's when they just up and stop. And that moment that you're expecting them to go that extra mile for you is when, out of the blue, you'll learn that, okay, I'm on my own today. Why is today any different from any other day, from earlier this week? So that's why, you should just always cover your own ground and, take care of your own workload, and always let the narcissist know that you got it. They don't have to do it, even when they're putting on an act of being, considerate enough to help you. Always dismiss them of it. Never let them, just take on a task of doing something extra for you, because it's going to only last so long, and then comes the punishment out of the blue, and you're being punished for nothing. Of course, you're always punished for nothing when it comes to dealing with a narcissist. But, I'm speaking of in the workplace. I know how they operate. I deal with it. And like I told y'all, she's been going extra hard and, hoovering, more than anything, starting like last week or whatever, or week before last, really. And today it's like none of that has happened. Not that I was looking forward to it, but I'm kind of used to her patterns. I always just take care of what I need to take care of on my own, unless she's like, oh, I already did it. But I'm never gonna go to her and say, did you take care of that? Because it's like, that's what they want you to do. Like, why would I be expecting you to do something? They want you to depend on them in a way. And you have to always let them know that you don't have to do anything for you. And you just, let them know, I'm not ever depending on you for anything, because you are not to be trusted. They're not to be trusted. So when it comes to the backfiring, the thing about it is, when you cover yourself without depending on a narc, is when they, take that privilege away from you. So when they take that privilege away from you, that they were expecting you to, you know, they were expecting you to expect. It's like what they want to do is see you fall in a hole. They set a trap for you. They want to see you fall in that trap. But when you don't fall in that trap, you know, it's like what they call it, like a slap in the face to them, or something they call it, like a pie in the face. I don't know. But they feel real silly for so-called trying to punish you. And in a moment of clarity, when they realize that they really haven't accomplished anything, you know, it just makes them look foolish. You know, they have that embarrassing look on their face. But you know, the narcissists, that only lasts for so long, because they back at the same old tricks the next day. So, you know, the thing is, just don't allow them to, you know, play that part, play that role for you. Let them know that you have everything covered for yourself. Because when it backfires, like, you know, that teaches them a lesson. But how it happened for me is that the narc, let's see, it's something that she normally does, but she was looking for me to neglect that for the, it's like either one of us can do the task, but she was kind of late. And so it's like I went ahead and took care of it, because either one of us can do it. And it's like something that she just want to, you know, it's just like something that she want to do. She want to be the one to accomplish this all the time because of image. Image is everything to her. She has to seem like the person that is considerate enough to cater to certain people's needs. But she missed that opportunity this morning, so I took care of it for her. And what she wanted to do is make it seem like because she wasn't available at that time, you know, the task wasn't completed. So by me not communicating with her to let her know I took care of it already, you know, her plan earlier this morning backfired on her, because I had took care of it already. I didn't have to let her know I took care of it. She was going to find out sooner or later anyway. And it's like, again, it was like a pie in the face to her when she found out. Because she just started to get loud and throw slangs and, you know, just say things to her followers and everything like, well, I guess that's my fault because I didn't go check for myself, you know. But what happened to that innocent little sweet voice last week? Like, I was just trying to be nice. That's why I was saying it's always so fake when it comes to the narc. It's like you don't know what they're going to give you on any given day. So when the plan backfires, expect them to just be so, you know, just so unable to contain their frustration because they have lost control of the game for the moment, you know. But that concludes this video. That's pretty much all I want to talk about for today. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.